Give me a kiss, baby. Now that's a good way to start.
Yeah.
Alright. This is our first ever review of a movie.
Wow, look at us.
Look at us. Look at us moving up in the world.
Is this a challenge, a quick game, a tournament? What am I supposed to be clicking on here, my love?
I guess we'll do some quick game. Actually, we'll do tournament.
Okay.
Make it fancy. I'll be Jerry. Be Tom.
Alright.
Sounds pretty good. Turn these fuckers off. Alright. First 3. Wait. You got it? Okay. Yeah. We'll start it right there.
Alright. So what did you think about Tom and Jerry, the live action?
You know, I wasn't disappointed, but I also wasn't super hype about it.
I feel like I was a little disappointed.
You were a little disappointed?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I was expecting better. I think we talked about it earlier. Oh my god. I think we talked about it earlier that I was expecting more from Tom and Jerry themselves and less from the humans.
Okay. True.
And I was expecting to see more of the characters that I loved, but instead I just saw one character that I loved turn into a complete asshole, into somebody that I didn't like.
Who was that?
Jerry!
Led by this berserk mode. Shit, I'm frozen. Yeah, Jerry was a fucking
Jerry was
dickhead.
A piece of shit. Like, he literally didn't care about anybody but himself. He was constantly starting stuff. He ruined Tom's dream.
He just wanted to play... Well, hold on. We're going to do spoilers right now or later? Or do you just want to...
Let's just talk about it.
Let's say
spoilers. Let's say there's spoilers, just in case somebody hasn't seen it. There's going to be spoilers.
If anyone wants to watch this video for, you know...
Save it for later. Put it to your watch later category. Go watch the movie, and then come back to us and see if you agree.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you will, though, because we're pretty right most of the time.
Yes, we are the almighty right beings. Alright, so the movie starts out, and... What is it? Tom's trying... He's a piano player?
Yes, and he's trying to, like, play money on the side of the street, like in Seattle, like in downtown Seattle.
Just kick my ass, nice. Yeah, and he is, what is it? John Legend? He's trying to perform with John Legend.
He sees himself as this person on the side of the billboard, like John Legend.
Yeah.
And I understand why. He is a very talented young cat.
Yeah, he has good moves. He's pretty good.
Yeah, and people were loving him. They were such big fans. They were giving him money, and they were like, oh my god, look at this blind cat. Oh yeah, let's say that he lied, that he was blind.
Yeah,
so
he's
not innocent. He's not innocent in any way.
But it was a little white lie.
Yeah,
right?
It's just a little one. Nothing too bad.
And then Jerry's dumbass.
He comes along, and he decides that this is his gig now. And he puts his own sign up and starts dancing to his music, which would have been fine, honestly. It would have been, but he decides to take it over and take all the money.
And then even people that were giving money to Tom, they take it out of his thing, his little candy,
yeah,
and
they gave it to Jerry, which is so mean. And oh, good job, my love. Which is so mean. And then Jerry ends up breaking the keyboard.
That was his life's work.
Yeah, and so, of course, Tom is devastated because this is his passion, his dream, his life. And Jerry, this stupid little mouse, came along and destroyed it. Anyway, that's not even...
But even though that was very fucked up with Jerry, he was like the villain. That was actually one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, honestly,
because it was Tom and Jerry.
It was still focusing on them. At least it was the characters that we knew. We knew that they would fight. That's like the whole thing. We knew that would happen.
I mean, look right now. I'm going fucking berserk because of this.
Yeah, and so, like, we knew that was going to happen. There was no surprise there. I think the problem came along when they introduced the humans and started focusing on their story and how the characters we know and love would benefit them in some way.
So Tom and Jerry became like side characters instead of like the main characters.
Exactly. I mean, they were still... I think they were good, like, full-on characters until, like, about halfway through the movie. Not even half, because I think when Jerry took over the hotel that Chloe Grace Moretz was in charge of, when they took over the hotel, he totally could have shared without a problem. Like, Jerry came and he just took the hotel room and was like sitting there and wouldn't let Tom in. And he could have shared. He totally could have, but he refused because he's a piece of shit. And I think that is when it started becoming less about them, though. Like, after they got to the hotel.
Well, I would say right after... Okay, so Chloe's character, I don't even remember her name. I don't remember any of the human characters'
The only
names.
thing I know is Luis, but that's not him. That's because that's the character that he played in Ant-Man.
Yeah, so that's right.
So,
no, it's not.
What? It's just the character that I know.
Yeah. So basically, when they break the piano, Tom gets pissed off, and he starts chasing Jerry around, and he runs into Chloe, Grace Moretz, and then what happens is basically them for like 20 to 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
We don't really see Tom and Jerry as much. They're there.
But they're not really
But they're
there.
not the main purpose till Jerry gets in, like Jackie was saying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even when Jerry gets in...
Yeah, so when Jerry gets in.
I forget now. I wasn't...
Basically what we're saying is, this movie is just the hotel for like 2/3 of it, you'd say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the 1/3 is like the beginning and the end, where it's just Tom and Jerry, and then they do another thing where they have the wedding outside and do other hijinks.
Even then, though, there's still the supporting characters. The whole story is Tom and Jerry supporting these humans that we don't know, that we don't really care about, that we never met, who aren't even that good of people anyway, because the character that we are supposed to be sympathizing with is somebody that takes over somebody else's identity, screws that person out of a job, and decides to get this job that she's all, like, grossly underqualified for.
Chloe.
Exactly. So it's like, what the fuck? Oh, we didn't cancel the other people.
Well, that's alright. Tom time. Yeah, so what were the best scenes in the movie, you think? What do you think?
Definitely when Tom was trying to get into the hotel. I loved that.
It was like a solid 3 to 4 minutes
really,
of him just doing that.
It really felt like old school Tom and Jerry, because Jerry was living it up in this luxurious hotel, drinking all the best things.
Drinking martinis and giving girls a bikini.
Eating olives and all this great stuff. And, of course, poor Tom is outside mourning the loss of his piano that fucking Jerry destroyed in the first place. And he was trying to get in, and he kept falling, and it felt like the OG for sure. It felt exactly like what I was expecting a Tom and Jerry movie to feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So that
great.
was your favorite one?
Yeah. What would you say yours was?
I would say the same thing. I mean, there was a scene where, like, close to the end of that little charade, all that stuff that was happening with Tom and Jerry, they were playing Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And then Jerry's like, "Oh, that's pretty funny." And then Tom makes the face of the assistant to Frankenstein, like the cross-eyed kind of thing, and it was fucking hilarious. I died. What the fuck?
Remember that Easter egg that we didn't notice until somebody mentioned it in another video?
Oh, yeah. So besides that good part, in the background, I forgot his name, but he's like the really droopy dog that's in all the Tom and Jerry episodes, and like back in all those cartoons, he'd show up randomly. But he was the joke, like it was like a Joker poster, but it was him in there. And he was like, "Why such a long face?"
Yeah, and that was great.
And that was funny. And then we see him later, because they get taken to the pound, Tom and Jerry, later in the movie, because of certain events. And he's just in like a fucking straitjacket and a mask covering his face. And it's really fucking funny.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is, all the Tom and Jerry stuff is pretty solid.
And what I expected. Oh, another aspect of this movie that I loved is that every single animal was animated.
Oh yeah, even the dead ones.
Including the dead fish that people were cooking for this wedding. That was so prominent. I wasn't trying to hit you. I'm sorry. I forgot that you were number 2.
I'm just going at everyone. It's alright. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that. Like, even the fish that they were throwing around were dead fish and they were alive. I also liked that the alley cats were involved.
Yeah, it was good that they showed up. It was pretty good.
I also liked the musical aspects because, as we know, Tom is a... Are you squished?
Yes, and Frozen.
Is a musician. So music is a big part of it. And there's like these pigeons that are singing that are pretty great that I love.
Honestly, they have some good music in this.
Yeah, I
like it.
Decent soundtrack.
So, good soundtrack. Love the Tom and Jerry aspect. Animation's great. It works pretty well with the movie.
This review is a honest.
It's kind of all over the place, but it's alright. This is our first one.
That's just how we work, you know? We don't really think cohesively.
Damn, you got knocked the fuck out.
I did.
Well, we'll get better at it going through, but yeah.
Is there any other aspects that you did not like?
Oh, we kind of talked about that.
But all of them?
Well, it was mostly just the humans.
Yeah. Oh, there were way too many humans.
It was
the problem.
Like I said, it was like 2/3 hotel, and that hotel, most of it was the human actors and stuff. Where it was just like, oh, they're doing their thing, they're having their emotional times, yada yada. This person's fired, this one's taking leave, this and that. I'm like, hey, where's Tom and Jerry at?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And there were just way too many storylines to follow, honestly, because, like I was saying, the whole thing was that Jerry was at the hotel and they wanted him out because it was like a liability to the hotel. Like, they were like, oh, if somebody takes a picture and sees that there's this like mouse around, we could get like...
We're gonna get shut down.
Yeah,
we got this wedding to do.
We have a wedding that's really high profile. It's somebody really important. Will you stop kicking my ass? But... What was I saying? I completely lost track again.
They're just you're talking about they're trying to...
There's too many people. There's too many. You have the disgruntled
we're even getting lost in this. There's
manager
a lot of
guy.
things.
Yeah, the disgruntled former manager guy that, or not manager, but whoever he is that hates Chloe. Somebody crying, guys. Disgruntled dude, and then we have the manager dude that actually is in control, and then we have the couple that's on the brink of destruction because the dude isn't listening, and then the ring gets lost, which ends up being Tom's fault.
No, it was Jerry's fault. Yeah, the mouse.
Oh, yeah, Jerry's fault, and like all of this bullshit, and it's like, can we just focus on the characters that we're here to watch, please?
Yeah, which I'd say it had a solid maybe 10 minutes in total of Tom and Jerry tomfoolery.
Yeah, and...
out of like almost, what was it, an hour, 40 minutes or something?
Yeah, I don't remember
2
how
hours.
long that movie was.
So it was a bit, and it was not that much.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old movies like the Smurfs that came out, the live action one where it's like, oh, we got the beauty thing and all that. It was kind of the same way, where it's like, oh, we have this character, we have these things, but we're not really focusing on these characters.
Yeah.
So, that would be my main gripe with the movie. But, yeah.
Yeah. It was fine. Like, I didn't hate it. There was some good laughs. I can't remember what was at the end that made us both die.
There was something at the end?
I think so.
I remember it was the Young Frankenstein part where
yeah, the Young Frankenstein we died. I thought we laughed at the end too. I can't really remember.
I don't even... Yeah. I would say... I'm not saying it's completely unmemorable or anything.
But I feel like next month I'm going to be like...
Yeah, it's just not going to be a long-term thing. Like, we'll remember certain parts. All the Tom and Jerry stuff I'll remember, probably.
I also have to say that this is nothing... I have nothing against any of the actors or anything. I think they all did a pretty great job, to be honest. I liked the acting and stuff. I just wish there was less of them. And that's nothing against the actors themselves. It's just not what I was expecting.
The point I brought up when we were talking about this earlier... If they did it like Tom and Jerry, where it just showed like the legs and all that stuff, and then looking up, but they had the same people talking and everything else. I'll pick you up and throw you. If they did that, I think this movie would have been way better.
Yeah.
Because then we would have seen Tom and Jerry's point of view more, and we still would have got the story, but we wouldn't have got all the extra, like Jackie was saying, all the extra stuff with the humans, like, oh, is he gonna do this? Is she gonna do that? This and that and that. Because the relationship's like shit or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
too many humans.
Too many humans.
Not enough Tom and Jerry.
Not enough space. That's what I say.
And I feel like there really was no arc, you know, because I feel like if there was, the whole thing was that they had to get along to protect the hotel for the human, right? Which was like the whole point of them getting along at all.
And also, they would get to stay there if
exactly. It was,
if they did that for.
And it was like there was really no actual arc because they ended up fighting at the end at the wedding anyway. You know, at the second wedding.
Yeah, because Andy Penna, is that his name?
I don't know.
I forgot. Luis from Ant-Man was like tricking them, like, "Hey, this guy says something about you, and he says something about him," because they're at the pound and they were getting released because he was paying for the release. Or
there
something.
was a good thing that I liked, the not fourth wall break, but like the acknowledgement of how kind of silly it was when she was like, "This not talking thing is getting really old" on the intercom when they were like rushing down the street.
Yeah,
I liked that. That was fun. That was great.
Just messing with me.
Yeah,
it was good. I'm doing a challenge thing, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, is it you?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna lock some characters for so we keep talking. You sure you're not playing?
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
No, it's fine.
We're just kind of chatting.
I enjoy you playing more than I enjoy playing myself, to be honest with you.
No. Get fucked, Jerry. That's what I felt in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like Jerry. I didn't like that I didn't like Jerry. I didn't want to not like one of them more than the other. Because it was always one of those things that you don't really know what happened. You don't know how it started. It just, they were fighting and because they're cats and mouses. Like, that's just how they are because that's in their DNA. Like, as the movie points out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I usually am used to Tom and Jerry being both just people that fight or animals that fight, but now it was kind of like, oh, Jerry's kind of a dipshit and that's why they're fighting. Instead of being on an even playing field, they're what the fuck?
Holy shit. Oh! Get fucked, bitch.
So I didn't like that. I didn't like having to villainize one of the characters over the other.
Yeah, because in the end it didn't matter because they were both
Exactly.
screwing things up, so yeah. So, we're going to start doing more movie reviews, and we're going to keep track of these HBO Max releases.
Because we watched them.
Yeah.
We've watched both of them that came out so far.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984
and
Tom and Jerry.
The current ranking, even though we kind of just dogged on Tom and Jerry, is...
still like Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry is way better than Wonder Woman, which is ridiculous to say. But Wonder Woman was a whole other conversation that we needed to get into at some point.
Yeah, we'll get into it maybe after Mortal Kombat.
Also, we need to figure out how to do these videos better to where it's not like a hot mess of just random tomfoolery. Tomfoolery.
We're just saying what we feel, and a little mixed. It's been a few days. We haven't rewatched it or took any notes or anything. We're just saying what's on our mind.
And we talked about it like twice.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes each. Like nothing big.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, and I think we both agreed earlier in the car that this movie's about a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's not awful. I would watch it again, mostly because I don't even know why I would have watched it again. I think there's little Easter eggs that I want to find.
I want to see, because like the Joker droopy dog thing.
Yeah.
Was
things like that.
We didn't even notice it. I saw that in another review. I didn't even see it while I was watching the movie. So I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. So maybe there's more stuff just in the background.
And there has to be more reasons to like it than I'm finding. It's just, I think I couldn't get over the initial disappointment of it being not as much about them as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
It's more about the humans around them, and that's just not how Tom and Jerry should work. It was never about the humans. You didn't even see the humans' faces. Like, that's very not Tom and Jerry-esque to me.
Yeah. I'm on the same page as her. I just wish there was more of them. I really do. But, all in all, I could definitely put this on in the background.
Yeah.
While I'm doing something, while I'm editing videos, or just like
we need to make a tier list where it's like background worthy, never watch again, watch on repeat. Like Eurovision is one of those that we'll watch every single day.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Like
there's some double trouble right there. Movies like that.
We should make a tier list.
Well, if we keep doing more of these, if you guys like these, then we'll start making more tier lists and
I don't even think I'm gonna like them.
You're not gonna like this video?
I don't think so. It's a hot mess.
I like this video. It's good gameplay. Tom's just kicking the shit out of everyone. Good fun.
Just, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you like it, we'll do more. But,
right now, we're testing the water, seeing what else we can do.
Plus, it's kind of nice to have these conversations. I think we should start saving them, though. Like, I think we shouldn't talk about the movie until we actually do the gameplay and stuff. Because that way, I feel like we had a better conversation in the car than we had just now.
Yeah.
So I think in the future we'll be saving these conversations until...
For chow meow.
Exactly. We'll be saving these conversations for our gameplay and recording so we can actually get our authentic viewpoints before all of this bullshit.
Before we're all muddled up.
Yeah.
Stuff. Because looks like it's glitching. I think we got good stuff.
I think we have good stuff ahead for sure.
Yeah. We're going to have a lot more gameplay. We're going to have a lot more discussions.
I know you're not going to take notes and stuff, or you don't want to take notes and stuff, but I'm going to take notes to help steer the conversation, because I don't like it being unorganized. You can be unorganized and play the game, and I will take
You'll be
notes.
like, hey, I'm going on this.
And cross.
Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
He's just killing his ass. He's a baby. Come on.
Get that health thingy.
That one?
Oh. Oh, it's gone now.
I'm fucking mad. Yeah. Get over here. Ow. Come on, beat your ass, you little fucking...
Oh, what time is it?
It is 11:42 right now.
Ooh, wow, it's pretty late.
So we've been recording and having a good time. And yeah, just making content for you guys.
It's a lot of fun.
Whoever wants to watch. I'm fine
Probably
with
people
anyone.
that fell down like the deepest, darkest YouTube rabbit hole that they can possibly find, because I don't know how anybody finds these things.
Yeah, I really don't know how we get new people. I mean, maybe it's just by the title, which would probably be just Tom and Jerry review.
Well, honestly, clickbait
spoilers
doesn't work as well anymore. So
yeah, so we're just making stuff on what we saw. We felt like we should make a video on this because I don't know.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. It's something to do. And
yeah.
we're always looking for stuff to do. So
always. We're in quarantine. Basically, only see each other and work. So
yeah.
There's not much we can really do outside of play video games and talk about movies that we watch.
Yeah.
So why not do it and maybe get other people's points of view as well?
Maybe start a discussion in the comments or something.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Do you think that there was too much Tom and Jerry? Do you think that there weren't enough of the humans?
Did you like the humans better?
Yeah. Did you like that there wasn't only legs? Did you hate that all of the animals were animated? Or what did you think?
Did you hate that Tom and Jerry didn't speak except for one time?
When did he speak?
Tom spoke, but he was singing.
Oh, yeah.
We'll leave that for you guys to see.
Yeah, we'll leave that for you.
His song is by a nice artist.
A surprise artist.
I don't know. I didn't expect it. I should have, but it's pretty. It's a good little treat for you. Why am I fighting Jerry again? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, now we can't stop recording. What the hell is this?
Okay, we're gonna finish this round.
Think I'm out of stuff to say about the movie, though.
Yeah. There's not too much more to say, really. It's really just that.
Yeah.
It knocks it home. It's not too much Tom and Jerry.
And that's kind of in a summary of the movie in general. It's fine. Like, there's some stuff to talk about. You know. Could be worse, could be better.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the whole ring stealing thing, I probably would have done it to where Jerry broke the thing and stole the ring in order to help pay to replace the piano.
Yeah, because that was Tom's thing.
Out of guilt.
And he's not a bad guy.
Yeah,
Jerry
and maybe Tom would have been pissed off about it and not accepted it, and that's why they were fighting. Or maybe Jerry stole the ring and then saw that everybody was freaking out because it was gone and then felt bad about it and needed the ring back. It took the ring back from Tom and then started a fight over that. Like, there's just so many things that you could do with it without involving so much of the humans.
So, I mean, it's like, oh, hey, he just stole a ring. We gotta get the humans to find it.
Exactly.
This and that.
That's just too much. Like, it could have been done. It could have been done with less humans.
Cool. Yeah. I think that's the end of this story mode, so.
Alright, well, I guess with that, we will say goodbye. Sad. Are you playing another game?
I'm just seeing what we got. We got Spike, baby.
Ooh!
He was also in the movie. He was pretty decent.
He was in the movie.
He
was
just took
my
shits and stuff.
favorite character.
Yeah. And he talked.
He did.
It was just Tom and Jerry that didn't really talk. Which was good. They kept that classic.
And the Dead Birds.
And the Dead Birds and the Dead Fish. They didn't have any speaking lines.
Yeah. The other cats did, though. The alley cats.
Yeah. Alley Cat, Spike, the Fancy Cat. I don't know if she said it. Maybe she did.
I don't think she did. I think she was just there to be that white cat that was, like, flipping her tail over.
She's fucking shaking her pussy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta take a sip of my reviewer juice. Same with Jackie.
Lemonade.
And Dr. PP. Well, that's it for the review. Let's recap really quick. We gave it a 6 out of 10. Not enough Tom and Jerry. Not enough Kitty Catty. Miss Catty. And
Too much human.
too much human.
Good music.
Good music. Love the tomfoolery from Tom and Jerry.
Good animation.
And good animation. Yeah, it was really good. And it is
Good acting.
good acting? Yeah, it was pretty good acting.
Yeah.
We just wish it was more Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And one more thing.
okay.
It is first place on the HBO Max thing.
Yes, it goes. Our list so far.
We'll see if the Snyder Cut, Justice League Snyder Cut, will take it out. Probably will.
And
but
I can
it's
also
alright.
see Tom and Jerry getting dethroned within the next
Yeah.
few.
That one comes out on the 18th of March.
So I
and
guess.
Godzilla comes out a week after. And then Mortal Kombat comes out 2 weeks after.
So
It might fall down, but we'll see.
It's probably gonna fall down. And I personally am gonna rewatch Wonder Woman. Because,
You have fun with that, baby.
Yeah,
I
because
can't. It was so boring.
I didn't like it, and I got so bored that I kept not following the story. So I feel like I need to watch.
I was
within
like, holy shit, she's flying.
I need to. I need to watch it. Oh, she wrapped the thing around his ankle. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I need to rewatch that just to make sure that I think it's as stupid as I think it is.
But we'll get back to that later.
Exactly. Also, Gal Gadot is gorgeous, and she should not be held. That should not be held against her. That movie should be crossed off of her resume, and not be included at all because Gal Gadot deserves so much better than how that she was treated with that movie.
Alright, that's our Wonder Woman rant until we get to the actual review.
Okay, sorry.
It's alright.
I just had to, like, if Gal Gadot ever finds this, which she will never, but if she ever did, I need her to know that the hatred of her movie does not spill into her hatred for her. So, yeah.
Good talk, baby.
Thanks.
Good talk. No, wait. Alright.
For what?
I don't know. Oh my god. Doesn't matter. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye?
Oh, bye.
Yeah.